Before the coronavirus pandemic, there was another epidemic that touched millions of Americans. In fact, the opioid epidemic is still killing tens of thousands of Americans every year. Now, a new Hulu series called Dopesick is exposing the family behind it all. We spoke with the series writer and executive producer, Danny Strong. Check it out.
Danny Strong, welcome to DBL. I want to start right off with the Sackler family of Purdue Pharma fame. They made billions of dollars from OxyContin. What does Dopesick reveal about this Sackler family?
I think in watching Dopesick, you come to understand exactly how much they oversaw, ran, and were in charge of this company. For many years, they claimed that they were passively involved, that they were just on the board, and that all of the criminal behavior that they had pled, the company had pled guilty to in 2007, well, that was just people that were working under them, and that they weren't responsible. But what has come out in all the litigation and in discovery, all their emails, was that what they'd been saying for years was, surprise, surprise, completely untrue.
You know, a lot of people have talked about the Sackler family and the lengths they went to market OxyContin, despite it being super addictive. So what was the most surprising thing that you learned about this project? Because I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah, so the most surprising thing I learned was literally everything I learned. I was stunned. Every new page of a book I would read, I just could not believe the extent that this company went to lie, deceive, manipulate, and that it all kind of came together is essentially a long con. And then when you go back in time to the scion of the family, Arthur Sackler, who created all the marketing techniques that his family utilized in the promotion of OxyContin, that this was the family playbook from the 50s and the 60s. Wow. That goes on and on and on. And I thought, wow, if I could dramatize this for an audience, they will be shocked and stunned.
I wanted to talk about the actual series. You got Keaton, Michael Keaton. Okay, he's my Batman. I love Keaton. He stars and is one of the executive producers on this series.
I do.
Right, what was it like working with him? And I hear he has a personal connection?
Yeah, so I never thought we had a chance to get Michael Keaton to play this role. The show's an ensemble, so it's not even the lead role.
Many of my patients are minors. It's dangerous work, and they carry the burden of building this nation on their backs. I can't believe how many of them are dead now.
And but his nephew had passed away from an overdose, so it was extremely personal to him. And then working with him, he's as cool and as down to earth as any superstar I've ever met. I mean, he's just everything you kind of imagine him to be.
Do you think the stigma around opioids is changing in real time?
Well, and I do want to put out there that I believe the majority of the doctors were deceived themselves, and that fell for the marketing materials, fell for the fake studies, because they read about them in respectable medical journals. There was also this redefining of opioids, that they're actually, and this started happening in the mid-'80s, but it really exploded, not coincidentally, at the launch of OxyContin, because it was all manipulated by Purdue, that we were now redefining opioid use, that opioid use has been stigmatized for decades, but it is now much safer than we ever would have imagined, right? That was part of Purdue's long con. So, and that doesn't mean there weren't criminal doctors as well that were running pill mills and taking advantage of the fact that the drug was so addictive and so easy for them to prescribe. But a number of those pill mill doctors have gone to prison with long-term prison sentences, 25 years, 30 years. But you know who hasn't even been criminally charged is the family of the company that did all the deception in the first place.
Danny Strong, thank you so much, first off, for joining us on DBL. And I rarely say that a piece of art is imperative to watch. This is Dopesick. It's streaming right now on Hulu, and new episodes drop Wednesday, so be sure to check it out. Thanks, Danny. We'll be right back.
Thank you so much.